Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Before we begin, I just want to remind you that I now have an Etsy page where you can get personal email readings from me, and the link to that Etsy page is in the description box below. So the purpose of this reading is to figure out who is gossiping about you, who might be either backstabbing you or spreading rumors, or in general just sending the evil eye your way. So we're going to talk about who they are, why they're doing this, and what you can do to protect yourself from this evil eye or gossiping energy. So we have 3 piles here. Each one has a crystal on top of it. The first pile is represented by the tiger eye crystal. The second pile is represented by the amethyst crystal, and the third pile is represented by the citrine crystal. So I'm going to count down from 10, which will give you some time to decide between the 3 decks starting now. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So without further ado, let's start with the first group, the tiger eye crystal group, and I'm going to move the other piles out of the way. So who is spreading gossip about the tiger eye group? Who's spreading gossip about the tiger eye group? The tiger eye crystal group. So I'm seeing here that this person is a very powerful person here, represented by the chariot. There's some powerful energy, like they may be someone who has a lot of status. They may be somebody who has a lot of money, some form of power over you, or maybe just power in general, or they care a lot about the way that they look to others. They care a lot about status and the way that they appear to the world, to the outer world. So here we have strength. So I think this person may possibly be a fire sign. I'm getting some Leo energy, Leo, Aries, or Sagittarius possibly. But there's somebody who is almost like has like a bully energy. Somebody who they're either tall or they're kind of like wide shoulders, or someone who's definitely not small and dainty. They have some girth to them here, and they have like a bully sort of vibe. Like even if they don't show it to others, I think maybe that is within them, like that sort of bullying energy or bully energy. And here we have 5 of rods. So this is somebody who may have already tried to start some crap with you, or maybe like you argued with in the past, or maybe they're a very argumentative person where they clash with others a lot. They're kind of like maybe not loud, but like they speak their mind kind of without thinking about it much. This person, once again, somewhat big, not like big as in like heavy, but like maybe like wide shoulders or tall, or just somebody who's not dainty. But someone who's definitely has some girth to them. And once again, I'm getting like some fire sign energy, like I mentioned earlier. This person could also be, I think maybe they have like really thick hair. Like I'm getting the vibe that they may have like really thick like hair, like thick and like wavy. Like it's not like, really flat and thin hair, but their hair is like thick and wavy, or like coarse hair. That's kind of what I'm getting here. So let's move on to the next phase of cards and try to see why they're doing this. Why are they doing this? Why are they gossiping about you? Why are they spreading this evil eye energy towards you? So I'm seeing here that they see that maybe you're like an easy target. Like they see that you could be an easy target, but you also But it's kind of weird. I'm seeing this duality. Like, you're an easy target because maybe they hold power over you, or they have some kind of status, or maybe they know a lot more people in power or who have status or something like that. But at the same time, on the other end of the spectrum, I'm seeing that they feel threatened by you. Like, they feel threatened because they're afraid that you might, like, you have something that they don't have as well, and they're afraid that you might take their status or take their power, take something of theirs that's all they have. Maybe that's their only namesake, is their status or power or whatever it is, and they're afraid that you might take that from them, represented by the mice here. And yeah, they see you as you're someone that they can target because maybe they have power over you, or maybe more status or something. But I'm seeing here on the other end, they're threatened by you because they see you as someone who could potentially take what they have. Like, they see that you are a very strong person. You're very strong, and you know, it almost seems like you have this vibe of prosperity. You have like this abundant energy to you. And I think they see that as a threat. They see that abundant, almost like maybe like you love plants or animals, or you're creative. Like, it's almost like everything you touch, like, you know, almost like grows like in a positive way, or grows, like becomes abundant, and they feel like that's something that maybe they don't have or that they're lacking in, so they feel threatened and they're afraid that you might take either their status or their power or something. Like, they're insecure here. So let's see maybe if there's some ways, like, how can you protect yourself? How can you protect yourself from this evil eye energy? How can we protect yourself? How can you protect yourself, the tiger eye group, from this evil eye energy, from this gossip, whatever's going on here? How can you protect yourself? So I'm seeing here that you should really reach out to your family, or people who feel close to you like family, people that you know who you love unconditionally, who love you back unconditionally, people who feel like family to you, even if they're family or not, like just people you know you can trust. And this is another reason why this person may be jealous of you. Maybe that's something that they could be jealous of, because I'm seeing you have a lot of, you know, people around you who feel like family, or just people who love you unconditionally, like, or you have that energy about you that just really portrays that. And I think maybe they feel jealous. I'm also seeing here that you are a very creative person. You radiate some kind of physicality, sensuality, and maybe that's another thing that they see as a threat, that you maybe have some Venusian energy about you. So you could be, I'm guessing maybe like a Taurus or a Libra. So we have some Venus zodiac signs, and if it's not in your sun sign, it may be in your moon sign, or maybe just dotted all over your natal chart or your birth chart. So yeah, I'm getting some like Taurus or Libra energy, Venusian energy from you, and I think that's another thing they maybe feel threatened by. I'm also seeing here, really invest in your, like if you have like hustle, like side hustle or your job, you can really just rise above them through that, is by just, you know, focusing on you, like you do you when it comes to your career, your dreams, your passions. And also, you know, they are jealous of this Venusian energy that you have, this sensuality. But don't let that bog you down. Maybe even, you know, kind of use that to your advantage. Like, you know, make yourself, you know, more connected to that sensuality, because they see that as some kind of power almost that you have that they don't have. And also, you're hardworking. You may want to focus on that as well, like your career, side hustle, whatever you do for a living. And also, yeah, your family, people that you hold close to you, like family, you may want to hold them close, talk to them for advice, talk to them for counsel. And that's another thing they may feel a bit insecure about, is the fact that you have this once again, going back to that abundant energy that goes, that applies to your family and friends as well, like the social sort of aspect of your life. So yeah, I mean, use that as it's almost like a little superpower. Use that to your advantage, as well as this Venusian energy that you have. Don't let them minimize that. Use that power to your advantage and really connect with that part of yourself. And also, I just want to, shed some light on, maybe you can get some evil eye jewelry like I'm wearing here, or a stone that you feel really connected to. This is abalone, but things like that. Or if you're religious, so like this kind of like rosary bracelet, if that makes you feel safe. But these are just, even if they're just placebo effect, if they make you feel safer, oftentimes that can work for you. And also, like crystals and stones like that you feel safe with, you may want to hold that close, put it in your pocket, put it in your purse, put it in your backpack, whatever it is. Just know that whatever intention you put into things, it really does work. Especially if you really believe that it's going to work, oftentimes it does. So I hope this was helpful. I hope this was informative. Group 1, the Tiger Eye Crystal group. So like, comment, subscribe, share if this resonated with you. And I just want to remind you again that I now have an Etsy page where you can get personal email readings from me. And the link to that Etsy page is in the description box below. So without further ado, I'm going to move straight into group 2, or the Amethyst crystal group. So let's see what we have here for group 2, or the Amethyst crystal group. Who is gossiping about you? Who is sending you evil eye energy? Who is ultimately sending you this negative energy here? Who are they? So I'm seeing that this may be somebody that you work with, 2 of Pentacles, like someone that you work with now, or that you've worked with in the past, or that you will work with in the future. Someone that you've handled money with. Money has gone back and forth between you two. Maybe like money that you've touched has touched them, or money that they've touched has touched you in some way. I'm seeing here the Sun, a lot of Leo energy. This person has some like feisty energy. I'm really getting some fire sign energy here. Leo, Aries, Sagittarius energy. I'm also getting that they are overridden with anxiety because they are just so jealous and so threatened by you and so insecure that they can't even sleep at night almost. Or maybe if they sleep, they have dreams with you, maybe just in them, where it's like you make them feel insecure. I'm getting some narcissistic energy here. They may be a narcissist. Like they're the type of person who almost feels like the world evolves around them. I'm getting that they place a strong emphasis on money. Like they care a lot about money, or like what people can do for them when it comes to growing their bank account, that kind of thing. I'm also seeing here that this person could have maybe like some reddish hair, or like a lot of highlights, like multicolor hair, a lot of like interesting colors in their hair. And yeah, they're overridden with jealousy and insecurity over you. It's almost like it's more about that than it is about you. But let's move on to the next phase of cards to see why, like exactly why they are gossiping about you or sending you this evil eye energy. Like, why are they doing this? Why are they doing this? So I'm seeing here that this person may have some problems in their love life. Maybe they think that you're a romantic threat. Like maybe they think that you might take somebody like their crush or their spouse or their, whoever they're dating, like their girlfriend, their boyfriend. I think they may be afraid that, not necessarily that you'll take them, but like you're a threat, like just you being around, it's like it makes them feel insecure about their lover or whoever the person in their life, girlfriend, boyfriend, spouse. You make them feel insecure in that aspect of their life, their love life. And I'm also seeing here that they may be a bit older than you, so maybe they're threatened because you're younger, or you seem like you have more energy, like you seem more exciting, something like that. But they feel very like old, like almost like they feel like old news around you, like, or boring, like they feel boring around you, something like that. And I'm also seeing here this letter. They may have seen something on social media, or maybe like an email, some kind of like message or email on social media or somewhere out there for the public to see, where maybe they felt threatened by that. Maybe it was a message, a DM, a Facebook message, I don't know, just anything, a text message, email that you sent someone or that somebody sent you that they saw, and now they're feeling threatened by that. So that's what I'm getting here. So let's move on to the next phase of cards to see what you can do to keep this energy at bay. What can you do to keep this evil eye energy away? How can you protect yourself from this evil eye energy, this negativity? Okay, so I'm getting here that, okay, so the Five of Wands, you should not be a shrinking violet or be very quiet. You shouldn't back down. Like, you should be confident whatever you're doing with your life right now to improve or grow your life, grow yourself, keep pushing forward. Don't even lose confidence because of this person. Don't let them feed in any kind of insecurity, because like I said earlier, like they're the ones who are insecure. Like, see, they're the ones who can't sleep at night because of their insecurities, like self-doubt, paranoia. It's like they have all this anxiety because they're so threatened and jealous. Maybe that's just their MO. Like, maybe that's their personalities. They're easily threatened, easily insecure, very maybe they don't show it, but they're very anxiety prone, like at night especially. I see them thinking about you or thinking about this a lot, like this sort of like their insecurities. I see them thinking about that a lot, and wallowing in it. And here we have the Six of Wands. So I'm seeing here that you've already won. Like, you don't really need, I mean, I'm not saying you don't need to protect yourself. I mean, protection is always good. But I'm seeing here that you don't even need to concern yourself with it. Don't even think about it, because when you think about people like this, you're giving them power. When you waste your time and energy, your thoughts, your mental, emotional, spiritual, physical, whatever, time and energy on them, you're giving them power. And you have no need to do that, because you've already won. You're already winning, and you have no need to prove yourself, because you're already above them. Like, you're already sort of like spiritually, or somehow you're above them. You've already risen above them. And I'm getting some Aries energy. So yeah, you may be an Aries, or you may be a fire sign yourself, like a Leo or Sagittarius, or you may have a lot of Aries in your sun, moon, or your natal chart, like dotted in your natal chart or birth chart. But I'm getting here that regardless, you should really focus on maybe Aries energy, you know, like Mars, like that kind of energy, which is don't be shy. Like I said, don't back down. Be confident. Be you. You do you. Just know that the universe has your back, and that you should allow yourself to be this, you know, shining flame, this strong flame, this torch, this light that you can't be blown out anyway by them. So don't even let it affect you. Don't, just brush it off and be confident. Allow yourself to be, you know, wear red, be bold, you know, be confident, be that, you know, tune into some kind of like that Mars energy. And you may want to look up, you know, Aries or Mars energy and see maybe if you can work on that. And once again, this doesn't mean that you should confront them. Don't confront them. Don't be aggressive. Don't start anything. That could be dangerous. But when it comes to you and your energy around you, I'm saying to circulate that vibe if you can, that Mars energy, you know. It's very powerful. So you're going to create like this aura around you, that fiery, you know, flame, like that red Mars, Aries energy ultimately, and that's going to help you out here. And also I want to recommend this kind of jewelry I'm wearing, like evil eye jewelry, or maybe if you have like a stone that makes you feel safe or calm, this is abalone. Or if you're religious, like this kind of like rosary bracelet or something, like some kind of religious, you know, whatever it is that makes you feel safe. Or even like crystals, like you're into crystals, like this is amethyst. If you have a crystal of some kind that makes you feel safe, grounded, put it in your pocket, put it in your purse, your backpack. Just know that it's there. And this may be placebo effect, but if you believe that it works, then oftentimes it does work. So it's all about intention. Like, I believe that the intention that you put into things matters. Like, that will determine whether it works for you or not. Is all about intention. So I hope this was helpful, group 2, the Amethyst Crystal group. So like, comment, subscribe, share if this resonated with you. And I just want to remind you again that I now have an Etsy page where you can get personal email readings from me. And the link to that Etsy page is in the description box below. So without further ado, I'm going to move on to the third group. Last but not least, we have the Citrine Crystal group. So we have the Citrine Crystal group here. So who is gossiping about you? Who is gossiping about you? Who is sending you this evil eye energy here? Who is gossiping, backstabbing, spreading rumors, whatever it is, whatever it may be? Who is sending you this negative evil eye energy here? Who is this person, please? So I'm seeing here that this person is someone who is very ruthless, very cutthroat. I'm seeing somebody very slender, not necessarily tall, but they have very like a lanky, sort of very skinny, like lanky kind of energy about them. Interesting. This person may be somebody with kind of like almost like skin, like they don't go out in the sun enough, or maybe like ashy, like something like that. Just, you know, like their skin lacks color, like whether it's like they're too pale or sallow or like unhealthy, like they don't go out in the sun enough or something like that. And this person is very slender, very lanky, sort of, I'm getting. And also they're very cutthroat. They're the type of person who will stop at nothing to get what they want. Queen of Swords, I'm getting some like really, some like cold energy. Like they have like a cold energy. Maybe they have sort of like eyes that lack emotion, or they just have maybe like a lack of empathy for other people. It's like this person doesn't have any life in them, even though they're living and they're, you know, a human and everything. It's like this person lacks almost like a heart. Like they just don't seem to really have anything going on under there. Like if you've ever looked into this person's eyes, it's like there's nothing behind those eyes. It's like they're just cold, emotionless. That's kind of what I'm getting here. Yeah. Okay, so let's move on to the next phase of cards to see why they're doing this. Why are they sending this negative energy towards you? Why are they doing this? Why are they doing this to the Citrine Crystal group? Why are they doing this? So I'm getting here that you have this sort of classiness about you, or you may be, I think, maybe educated, or you may have some kind of skill that they don't have. It's like a very official skill, like a professional skill, or something that people see from the external world when they look at you, and they think, wow, like they're kind of impressed by the skill, whatever it is, and they don't have that. And I think that's why they feel threatened or they feel insecure about it. Also, you're very confident. You may really care about the way, like what you wear, like the way that you carry yourself. It's very classy. I think this person feels threatened by that. They feel insecure about it. And here I'm seeing that, yeah, I think I'm getting a strong energy that you're either very educated or you come off that way. Like you come off really classy. You come off very competent. Like it's almost like you come off as like you know a lot of things. Like you speak with grace. You speak very wisely with your words, like almost like a scholarly energy even. So I'm getting that, yeah, you're very classy, and you just come off as like a very learned person with grace, and they just feel like that's a threat because I think that's something they don't have. Like, remember how we talked about behind their eyes, it's almost like there's nothing there. There's no like flicker or flame behind their eyes. It's like their eyes are kind of dead, like they have this sort of energy about them, and their skin, like I said, lacks some kind of life. Like their skin doesn't glow. It's almost like I'm getting this vibe that their skin is very sallow, or very like they don't go out in the sun enough, or it's like ashy, like something like that. Like it just lacks that glow because it's like they don't have that in them, and you do. Like you have that, and they feel jealous. They feel threatened. So let's see how you can protect yourself against this energy. How can you protect yourself? How can you protect yourself against this negative energy, please? How can group 3, the Citrine crystal group, protect themselves against this individual or this energy? So I'm getting here that I think you're very attractive, or you have some attractiveness about you that you may not even realize you have about you, like whether it's your hair, your eyes, like your figure, or your smile, or something about you, or even just the twinkle in your eye that this person doesn't have. Remember, they don't have those things. Like they lack this life in them. Like if you have like this flame of life, this energy inside you, they don't have that. So I'm seeing here that you may even want to use that to your advantage here. Like maybe get a new haircut, or if you have like maybe take better care of yourself, like when it comes to taking care of your body, maybe work out, maybe even use that power, use that attractiveness and kind of up the ante. Why not? Like that's not affecting anyone else, and you're growing your power, this power that you have against them, because this is something that is ultimately this attractiveness, this twinkle in your eye, whatever it is, grow it, because it's a power. It's powerful, and it's within you. And I'm seeing here, yeah, like take care of your skin, maybe get a new haircut, or maybe get some, like dye your hair, maybe new color, refresh, or maybe even try a new wardrobe, like try some new clothes, a new dress, a new suit, a new put on some new perfume, new cologne. Maybe if you have a beard, if you're a man with a beard, you may want to like groom your beard in a different way or something, because I'm seeing that that's your superpower, and you're going to create this power around you by using what you got against this person, because they don't have this, and that's ultimately why they're out for you, basically, or just really jealous and insecure. And I'm seeing here that another thing you could do is go out in the sun, get exercise, explore nature. You can maybe even look into, so this is actually the sun, but I'm getting some lover's energy here as well. You may want to maybe, like if you have a significant other, maybe rely on them, talk to them for counsel, somebody that you really trust unconditionally, or you may want to go maybe on some dates or something. Like I feel like just the sun in general, like, being social, like going out, exploring nature, like feeling the sun on your skin, maybe even getting a tan or like wearing some bronzer, like just the sun, everything that embodies the sun in general, like whether that's mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually, like you may want to try that out. And yeah, and I'm also getting like maybe some citrus scents might help. So I don't know why when I look at this I think of citrus, like the sun, like that kind of thing, orange, like you may want to get some like citrus candles, or like maybe like scents, like incense that have those smells, or like but yeah, candles like citrus, or citrus smelling perfume, citrus cologne, or maybe eat a lot of citrus. Not if you're allergic, of course, but oranges, clementines, lemons, things like that. Just like things that almost like fruits that are like touched by the sun, kissed by the sun, like that kind of thing. We need that sun energy in your life. Or maybe get some plants, put them out in the sun, things like that. So also another thing here is you should focus on your career, on your personal passions, on your job or your professional life. Like once again, that classiness that we talked about, that you have, that sort of gracefulness that you have, that natural grace. You are like the type of person who I think speaks wisely or speaks gracefully, or comes across as somebody who's very confident, very almost like educated, very like intelligent. And I think that's another thing that they're jealous of. And also that fire inside you, that life inside of you, that's another thing that's jealous of. So you may want to up the ante and just create that vibe around you even stronger than ever. And that's going to be a way to really just keep them at bay, like keep that darkness out of your life, basically. And also another thing you could do is like, see here, this evil eye jewelry that I have on, or like a stone that makes you feel really safe, makes you feel good. You may want to think about wearing something like that. Or if you're religious, so like this kind of like rosary bracelet, or some kind of religious thing that just makes you feel safe, makes you feel comforted. And also, like if there is a certain type of crystal that makes you feel really safe and calm, like you may want to put that in your pocket, or put it in your purse, put it in your backpack, or just keep it around the house, maybe where the sun hits your house. Like put those kind of things there. And this may all be placebo, but once again, I just want to remind you that it's all about intention. So whatever intention you put into something, if you believe that it's going to work for you, often it does work for you. So just want to remind you again that it's all about the intention that you put into things. So yeah, I hope this was helpful, group 3, the citrine crystal group. So like, comment, subscribe, share if this resonated with you. And I just want to remind you again that I now have an Etsy page where you can get personal email readings from me. And the link to that Etsy page is in the description box below. So I hope this was helpful and insightful and at least entertaining. Okay, talk to you later. Bye.